This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All righty. We are ready to rock. We are ready to roll. It's a beautiful Friday. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Welcome aboard to the show. Coming to you live like we always do every Friday from Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. We'll be out here for a couple of hours having some fun. It is the end of the month. Great time to come by and get a great deal. And it is a great weekend, right? Because last night, The Mandalorian aired at 3 a.m. For the first time. I did not stay up for it. I will watch it tonight when I get home. I'll relax. I got a meeting after this. Don't I have a meeting every day almost? But anyway, got a meeting after this, and then I'll go home and chill out. Get to enjoy a little Mandalorian. Saturday, relax. And then Sunday is the day. Sunday is a major day because obviously Tua and the Dolphins take the field. They face the Rams. And so hopefully we will see a victory in his first outing. It'll be nice. And then Sunday night, I've got the game as Inter Miami visits Toronto. They've got 2 regular season games left, and they've got to make them count if they want to stay alive for the playoffs. Let's hope that they can stay alive for the playoffs and somehow get in. And actually, Inter Miami can do something that has never been done in South Florida sports history because the Miami Fusion did not make the playoffs their first year. The Miami Heat, the Miami Marlins or Florida Marlins, the Miami Dolphins, the Florida Panthers. Nobody has ever made the playoffs in their expansion year. So Inter Miami is trying to do something that's never been done here locally in South Florida, and it'll be interesting to see if they can do it. But obviously, the center story of it all is Tua, because we all want to find out if we've got the guy. And not that you're going to find out in one game, not that you're going to find out in a couple of games. It might take the kid a year or two to figure everything out, because it's only normal that young quarterbacks take a while to figure it out. But I know that a lot of people in the Dolphin Nation, see, the thing is, we're kind of going against the history, right? And it's been a tough history. It was great early on with Greasy, Woodstock, and Marino. You were on a roll with Shula. And then after that, every coach after that could not figure out the quarterback position. And it's really tough to figure out the quarterback position. And even if you look at Greer and Flores, their first shot at it was a swing and miss with Josh Rosen, which, again, I don't have a problem with that. I want you to keep taking swings because eventually you're going to connect on one and it's going to go out of the park and you're going to hit the home run, or maybe in Tua's case, hopefully you hit a grand slam and you not only find a quarterback, but you find a franchise guy that is an ultimate difference maker. You know what I mean? So this is one of those things that we just got to hope that we finally have turned the page, and after 21 quarterbacks, and now this is the 22nd, you finally found the guy. You know what I mean? And one of the things I was talking about on my earlier show on Onside Radio, on the Onside Zone, is that don't get too high or too low about either performance. If he throws for 500 yards or if he throws for 150, don't go crazy one way or don't go crazy the other, because it's only one start. Okay? But it's not a normal start. It's not a normal player. It's your number 5 overall pick. It's a guy that comes in with an incredible resume, has a Heisman Trophy, has a national title, has all of that stuff under his belt. This guy's a winner. He's been a winner from day one. And I think that's what the Dolphins see when they walk in the building, and they've watched since day one. They've watched a winner come into that building and kind of take over. And I think that's why Brian Flores opened up the door for him to now take over his football team and make it his. And so that'll be the challenge now for Tua, figuring out NFL defenses, figuring out his place, and then leading this franchise and winning people over. But I can tell you this, if you're making this change after 2 games, after 2 wins in a row, 2 blowout wins, after 3 out of 4, then that tells me that he's already shown you that he's the guy, and he's already won a lot of people over. That's what that tells me. And that's why he's starting. So this is going to be a fun moment on Sunday. Embrace it. Enjoy it. Don't let anybody rain on your parade. This is a great time to be a Dolphin fan. And this is a great moment that I know we're going to enjoy, as time evolves with this young man. Let's see what we got here. Too Extreme was the first one in. Omar Lopez is in the house. Matthew Walker, Herman Cueva, Ian from Brooklyn, Drew Boo. Too Extreme says the legend of Tua begins. I can't wait. Omar Lopez says can't effing wait for Tua time, baby. We're all there, right? Big Rig, Samuel Robina says let's go. Couple of days away from Tua time. Everybody's pumped, man. Jay Gelfand is in, giving us a good afternoon. Herman Cueva says, Big O, rolling with those sunglasses. And these are nice, cheap sunglasses. I'll tell you a story about these sunglasses. You guys ever watch the commercials, like the TAC Army, whatever, and the flashlight that gets run over the truck, and the
military grade?
Yes, all that. That's this. So my wife has this this thing with night vision that the glare really bothers her eyes. So they sell these tactical things, and they sell this, and then they say, wait, there's more. We'll give you a second pair that is a night vision pair for people that have issues with night vision and the glare. That's not my issue. I don't have a problem with it. But my wife does. So for $19.99 or whatever it was, I ordered the glasses just for her. So I got her those, and then I kept these, and I go, I don't even know if I'll use them. But today, there's a little bit of sun, so I figured I'd use them. And so there you go. These are those cheap glasses. They actually work really well. They actually are UV protected. They kind of brighten up everything and all that. But the other ones are the night ones for the glare. So that's the reason why I got them. I got them for my wife, and so I'm actually using these by chance.
Does the one that your wife got work at nighttime?
Yes, they do.
They do?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
No,
Okay.
they work.
All right.
No, it helps her.
Because I can remember they've got the eagle, you know what I mean, and there's the glare, and then you throw them on, and boom, there's this eagle,
Right. So, they work. No, they work. I'll tell you. And they are right about, it bending and all that stuff. So it's pretty good. At least they can get beat up a little bit. You know what I mean? They're cheap, so it doesn't really matter. $20, 2 glasses. I mean, give me a break. You're paying $10 a pair, basically. But I really bought them for my wife, and it's the other pair. They're like yellow. They've got the yellow rim or yellow lenses. And so,
almost like the shooting
exactly,
tent. Yeah.
Exactly. And it does block out the glare at night, so it helps her. So there you go with my cheap-ass sunglasses that I got on.
Are all your Oakleys that are sitting
Oakleys
there not worn, because you have a plethora of them,
Yes,
are
I
they
do.
all jealous about this cheap-ass pair of sunglasses you got on today's ZZ Top Light?
Probably. But at least if I lose these, I won't, I'm like,
You won't have a mild heart attack
No.
like if you lose one of your Oakleys.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Yes, definitely. Edwin Torres, he says CT is in the house. GP Trap is in. Drew Boo, thank you, Drew Boo, for the love. Thank you for listening on Onside. Thank several of you that have been listening over on Onside Radio, sending us texts, calling in. So thank you. Really
Listeners are double dipping, huh?
Yes, they are.
Awesome, bro.
Yes, they are. Man of 1,005 holds. Juan Cruz says, no spoilers. It's a great episode. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for no spoilers. Even if I watch it, I mean, not if. I will watch it tonight. I will not. I will tell you if it's good or bad. That's about it on Monday. I'm not going to give it away for a while. I'll let some of you catch up. Guillermo Arauz says, Tua, baby. Let's see. For all the Tua doubters, like Colin Coward, if Chris Greer and Brian Flores had any doubt about Tua, they would have never drafted him 5th overall. This is a new regime, head coach, and front office. That's right. Troy says, afternoon, Owen Bill. Tua will reveal himself soon. Hopefully it's a good game. John Santos is in. Willie Molina is in. Says, what's up, Big O? What up, Big O, for being a little sensitive. What is it? Coño, what up, Big O? Sorry for being such a little sensitive biatch. What are we talking about now?
If I had to guess, it's yesterday.
Oh.
With the judge thing and all the and joking. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's your fault they did the own goal, not that player.
I mean, I had a trooper once pull me over in Mobile, and when I showed him my license, he goes, I didn't know the rafts floated this far. What are you going to do, bro? Just, roll with it, man.
Well, you could get caught up in the Gulf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And go up, and I'm sure there's some waterways, and get up into Mobile.
Yep, that's right. Or latch onto one of the oil rigs that you'll run onto on the way, because we got like 30 of them in the Gulf. This feels like we are playing an AFC Championship game, at least the vibe. That's what Willie Molina says. I agree. It's not like playoffs, but I get the playoff feeling because the attention to it. So, yeah, I'm with you. Herman says hit the like button. Yes, folks, please hit the like button, subscribe, review, all of that. And do the same thing on Onside Radio, please. Subscribe to the Onside Zone. Look for the Onside Zone on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, whatever it is that you listen to me on. Onside Zone with Big O, and you will find it. Please subscribe. Rams are good, but wins questionable. NFC East teams, dumpster fire. Troy says, oh, you crazy. If Tua lights up the Rams, of course, we're going to be excited and freak out. You're right. You're right. But let's not put him in the Hall of Fame right away. That's all I'm saying. Let's let the kid grow, and let's let him make mistakes, because he's going to make some of them. I'm so damn excited for Tua's debut, and it's getting televised over here in SoCal. Fins up, baby. That's what Joseph Rodriguez says. Love it. Let's see. Don't want any pansies on the chat. Strong like the Mad Dog. Let's go. James Roman says it's Friday, baby. Time to kick off those shoes and relax with the Big O crew. Thank you, James. Antonio says, Big O, Mandalorian today, awesome episode. I'm glad you watched it, my brother. I will soon watch it tonight. Big Bob says, Big O, you have ruined my sports TV experience. After listening to you, I just can't listen to those other shows anymore. I'm sorry, my brother. But no, what you can.
Broke them. You broke them, bro.
You can. You can listen to OnsideRadio.com, and you can listen to the Onside Zone from 11 to 1. Okay, every day. Please follow at Onside Radio on Twitter, too. Support us there. Nelson says, all the talk is about the Rams' defense. I think Miami's defense will play strong. Flo is the defensive coordinator against Goff and the Rams in the Super Bowl. I'm with you. Mud Miller, first one checking in with a little love on the Super Chat. Thank you, Mud Miller. I appreciate it. Raging Dolphin Maniac says hello, everybody. And it is to a time. Love it. I love it.
I got to be honest.
Yes.
I'm surprised the Super Chat chimed in. You said that magic word in the beginning. I figured they'd be saving it for you trying to get out of here.
You never know. You never know. They might be saving some for the end to try and keep me here like they do sometimes.
Sabotage you.
Yes. I got to go all the way to Sunset from here, and that'll be at traffic time. So that's not necessarily going to be a lot of fun that drive, but we'll get through it. It's all well and good. Rams, by the way, are favored by 4. Over and unders 46. Dolphins plus 155. Rams minus 185. And I love the attitude from some people like it's, Dolphins can't win. And some of you, I think, have looked at it, objectively. Not that you're guaranteeing a win, but the Rams haven't really beaten a lot of quality teams. So, and Miami is better than what people think, I guess. I just think that people they kind of keep thinking about the team they saw at 0-7 last year or something like that. Maybe that's their lasting memory or something, and they don't realize that they're 5-4 to finish the season. And if you bring it all back from that point on, they're now 8-7 in their last 15 games. You win on Sunday, you're 9-7 in your last 16 games. That's a winning season already. So I don't think that the naysayers out there are actually looking at it objectively, and they're not looking at the progression that Miami has made. That's what I love about what Bill and I have done on this show from day one of this change. We gave you a level-headed approach. We didn't get, totally depressed about the changes. We didn't get, well, I did kind of get overly excited. But I thought we looked at it objectively, and even in the chaos, we kind of walked you through the progress that was going on in the chaos, and then everybody kind of saw the progress themselves because it's hard when you're 0-5 and you're kind of explaining to people, you guys that watch the show and listen to it and download it, you know what I'm talking about when we were 0-5 and 0-6 and 0-7. And we were walking you through, no, wait a minute. Don't look at the record. Look at what the play is on the field and look at the progress that is being made. And then eventually it translated to wins. But the lazy person only looks at the wins and thinks that that's the only way you improve. And yeah, on a bottom line, of course, that's the way you look at it. But not when you tear it all the way down and you're rebuilding. You have to show increments of improvements along the way. Example, Onside Radio. Do you think we have more downloads in week 2 than in week 1? Of course. Of course. I've already doubled my downloads this week from the first week. Everybody else on all of their shows has also doubled and is on that pace of killing what they did last week. That's kind of what you want to do. Okay? Are we at the point that everybody knows about us and we're a staple in town? No. But we have to kind of show improvements, gradual improvements that we can get there. You know what I mean? It's funny because, like, Bill's new to the business, right? He's been in it 2 years now. And
year and a half.
Year and a half. So when we started this, and we had, the downloads, and Bill, would get excited about a certain amount of downloads, and I would be, oh, that's nice. We got to, because he had never done this, right? And so then the number gets bigger, and he notices that I'm still not satisfied, And he's satisfied in a way because it's kind of new to him. You know what I mean? But you got to kind of show progress that you're getting somewhere, and we kind of gotten to that point with our podcast where there's enough people that know about it. It's growing every day. We get more, actually, people that are still subscribing to our YouTube page. which we're getting closer to 3,000, which could be wearing that.
You'll tumble for them.
That's right, that Culture Club shirt soon enough. So, you want to show progress. And I think we did that with a level-headed approach all last year, and we kind of guided folks through it. And now, and that's the problem. People saw the first couple games and the Dolphins lost. And then now they've won 3 of 4, and they're 3-3. And I don't think people realize the improvements. They don't realize how also the Byron Jones injury set them back. You think about it. Think about how the defense has played when Byron Jones came back. What if Byron Jones did not miss any games? Would they still be 3-3? And then the lazy person says, oh, they're 4-2, they must be good. Oh, they're 5-1, they must be good because they're not watching. What is this? What is the thing I talk about on this show all the time, right? We actually watch the games. That's why Colin Cowherd will say something stupid like, well, the Heat has 2 All-Stars and nobody that can shoot. And it's like, okay, dude, if you don't watch it, then don't comment on it, man. You can't comment on something you don't watch. But our business is filled with that. It's filled with men and women that do not do their homework, and they're lazy, and they're lazy in their preparation, and they're lazy in how they go about doing this job. And a lot of them, by the way, have to then screw around on the air because they really can't have sports conversations. Because it's really hard to have a sports conversation when you don't watch, when you don't do your homework, when you don't follow it. All these kind of things, it's imperative. And so for that listener that said, I'm sorry that I ruined your experience for other shows, and it's not to toot my own horn or anything like that. I doubt most hosts work as hard as I do. That's really the truth. That's really all it is. I doubt there's very few hosts, especially in this town, but country, that work as hard as I do before every show and watch as much as I do before every show. I'm pretty sure of that's the case. And so that's why I'm glad that we've been able to kind of take a level-headed approach to all of this. And, a lot of people won't look at it that way, that when I tell you if they win on Sunday, they're 9-7 in their last 16 games. That matters. It's the same coach. It's the same culture that was established last year, and it's rolling over, and it's improving. So you win on Sunday, and, it's impressive that you bring in a young quarterback that you're developing against one of the best defenses and one of the best scoring defenses in the NFL, and you go out there and you win. And now, again, you're 9-7 in your last 16 games. Now we can really start to think about playoffs. Now we can really start thinking about a winning team, because that's what you are in your last 16 games. That's where you're trending. You didn't start 0-7. You're 3-3. It's a hell of a difference. And if you win on Sunday, you're 4-3. So you went from 0-7 the first year to 4-3 in your second year. Ladies and gentlemen, that's drastic improvement. Not slight improvement. That's drastic improvement.
Can I pile on?
Pile on.
Because you stopped just at Byron Jones, okay? Think about this. We've had Austin Jackson go down. So we, as much as influx as our offensive line was, our starting, and then I was going to go into some defensive line down, linebackers. We lost
Godchow for the year.
Okay. Now, you look at, that's offensive line, defensive line, linebackers, on top of your 1 and 2 receiver coming off injuries and not being at 100%. They have overcome injuries at a lot of places. let alone the running back situation and the fact that Gaskin is the guy and it was supposed to be man, you know what? 3-3, as young as we are, it's super impressive when you count in all of that.
It's a real coach, man. Real coach, real front office. It's both. Front office knows how to find the players. Coach knows how to coach them up, develop them, get them better week in and week out. That's where we win. But, hey, again, that's fine, man. I've been saying it since last year. People will find out we have one of the best front offices in the business. People are going to find out what we're learning now about Brian Flores. The dude can coach. But that's fine. Let them think it's the same old Dolphins. Let them think it's the same old goofballs and the dysfunction and all that stuff. And then when you play them and they come to your town and they kick your ass and they win, then you're going to have some respect. Ask the 49ers fans. I bet you they have a little bit of a different respect for the Miami Dolphins now. They're like, hey, yeah, those guys are young and they're turning things around, but they kicked our ass, so they got some people that can play. That's fine. I'm good with that, man. You keep dissing my Dolphins. I'm good with that. I love that because I know what's going on. I see what's going on. I see the development of the Miami Dolphins. You're not going to kid me. I follow this team better than anybody else pretty much in the media. Okay? I got a really good feel for what this team has been for more than almost 30 years now doing the media. Okay? Very few people have nailed it like I have, good or bad. Okay? And that's fine. Overlook them, underestimate them. I will get the last laugh because I know in the next couple of years, my ass is going to be at some stadium somewhere for a Super Bowl, and the Dolphins are going to be there. So it's going to happen. Samuel Robina, thank you for a little love on the Super Chat. Says, how about a little Super Chat for Super Sunday? I have not been this excited about the Fins in years. We will win on Sunday. Fins up. Love it. Extreme says, Big O, what's your prediction for the game on how you think it'll play out? I think it's either a really close loss or Miami wins. I am saying the Dolphins win the game. Okay?
After we do this.
I haven't given you my picks yet, but I'm taking the Dolphins +4.
After we do this on Sunday, does all those people in the national media there, do they change their tune and go, oh, the Dolphins are, and they're in, and here we go?
Well, you know what?
You know what I mean?
I'm wrong now. I'm wrong. No. I was going to say no. But if Tua's leading the way and he kicks ass, then they're going to say, yeah, oh, no, Dolphins are coming. The new era started. They got their – because you're never going to believe a team's going to kick ass with Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback because of the history.
Yes. Yep.
So you're only going to say, oh, yeah, they're streaky right now.
They're solid.
They're streaky. That's it. If you're winning a couple games, even if you have a winning record – oh, no, Fitz. Oh, yeah, he's streaky right now. He's playing well. Eventually, he'll explode, implode.
The wheels will come off the cart, and it'll be the regular run.
But no, you're right, actually. If they win this weekend, people will start to give them the hype because Tua, bro. People believe in Tua.
Hey, nationally, man, everybody's got their eye on our game, man.
Yes.
Because of Tua. Everybody is talking about it.
Yes. You're right. How about this? Let's hear from Damian Woody. Some of us are really pumped up about this change and what's coming. Here's Damian Woody from ESPN talking about the change that Miami has made to go with the youth movement at quarterback.
Well, it's always a risk when you're lining up playing in the National Football League. But I think the reason I like what Brian Flores did is this Miami Dolphins team is on the arrow pointing up. And what I mean by that is their performance. They've been performing well up front on the offensive line. They've been performing well on offense. So the one thing that you have to do, and particularly talking about Aaron Donald, you got to change the launch point. You can't sit back there and think that Tua's just going to drop back and just going to slice and dice his way against that Rams defense. Because guess what? The best player in football plays right in the middle of that offensive line. You're going to have to do some clever things offensively to give your young quarterback a chance. Play action games, rolling them out, just doing some different things so he doesn't have to see 99. Because guess what? 99 is going to be, he's going to show up and he's going to be there all game long.
Jason Taylor's coming back? Is that what he said? I know he's talking Donald. Now, he's right about that, but we got Changeli, bro. Again, remember, he's too old. He's been removed from football for a couple of years. Oh, my God, they're bringing Changeli in. What did this guy say? I loved every part of that move, right? I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Or women, what are you all talking about? Did you watch him when he was here? Have you watched his career? The problem is you got to compartmentalize things. Don't judge him by being a head coach. He hasn't been a great head coach. Judge him by the offensive coordinator he's been on every level and extremely effective, and the way he has handled players and offenses and all of that. How do you not love it? I love the move. So Changeli knows to change the launch point, like Damian was talking about. You got an athletic guy. He's not Russell Wilson athletic, but he can move around. So you'll roll him to the left. You'll roll him to the right. Tua's got something that, we used to have a guy here for 7 years that had no pocket presence. Tua will know when the pocket is crumbling, and he knows how to move. His one knock is that he's got to get rid of the football. He's got to learn that when the play's not there, that was the beauty of Marino. Marino understood that, and he wasn't going to take a sack. He didn't want to lose the yards, but he wasn't going to give away the down either by taking a sack and then losing yards. He would throw it away. Danny made a quick decision, or he said, I'm getting rid of the ball. And he was exceptional at that. And he had a good offensive line, there's no doubt. But he made his offensive line a little better because he made the quick decisions, or when the play wasn't there, he was quick to get rid of it. And that's the thing that Tua's got to learn, because that's how he's gotten injured in the past. He hangs on to the ball because he's dying to make a play. And in this league, in college, he might have gotten away with some stuff. In this league, you do that, not only could you end up injured, because that could happen at any level, but I guarantee you this. If you're hanging on to the ball too long and then you're trying to make a play, turnovers are coming. Okay? Big time. And Tua won't do that. So that's the one thing that I will say. He's got to learn to get rid of it. That will help out. James says they hate our style, our pots and pans, our sports teams with swag, our late arrival, early leaving, our non-support for when our teams suck, but they love coming to spend their vacations here. Well, we're just smart fans. What the hell are you going to do? Go to a building that has a terrible team? Why would you do that? Go to the beach, bro. Go to Las Olas. Go to the Grove. Does anybody still go to the Grove? Go anywhere. There's lots of places. Go to the Keys.
Go get on a boat.
Yeah, go get on a boat. Go to Bayside. And if we had real life, go to a restaurant or a concert. That's what I do. Ray says, howdy, Big O. Hey, everybody, happy Friday. What is the media going to do when the Pats keep going down, since ESPN, the ESPN heads love them over there a lot? Well, they're going to have to deal with the reality that the Pats are going to be pretty mediocre. What do you got?
Speaking of Pats, we do have some sound.
Oh, yes, we do, actually. It's interesting because the Pats are 2-4. Cam Newton is struggling big time, kind of expected. And after the first couple games where he was able to run a lot, they've kind of controlled him, and he hasn't been very good passing the ball. Now, to his credit, immense credit, I have not seen that man point a finger at anybody. I have not seen him complain at all. He has not made any excuses. He has taken total responsibility. But now Cam Newton came out and talked a little bit about his situation, and you can tell that he's getting a feel for the landscape, and the landscape isn't very satisfied with Mr. Newton. So that's why I guess he said this.
This is a must-win for us, and I'm going to control the things that I can control. Losing is not acceptable in this locker room, in this county, in this state, in this area, in this region. So Cameron Newton, you need to pick your expletive up.
I like it. I like it. I mean, he has taken ownership of all of this. Now, he's had 2 years of hell trying to recover from the injuries. And so you have not been leading a team, and that puts kind of a stain on your career, and then question marks. Is he healthy? Can he still be a franchise guy? All of that. So New England gets him at a bargain basement price, and he comes in knowing that he has to prove himself all over again. And he has to sign a 1-year deal that really is not worth a lot of money, but it's what he has to do in order to kind of prove to everybody that he can be the guy. And so far he's proven he's not. But he also knows, I guess he's smart enough to realize, dude, I can't be a dick here. I mean, if I start acting like a jerk and start pointing fingers and all that, and I'm not playing well, that's not going to go off well, one, with Bill Belichick, and two, with any future team that I could be going to after this 1-year deal is up. So he's got to walk a really fine line through all of this, and to his credit, he is walking that line. But he's clearly now getting a feel of the landscape that it's kind of like Chicharito in Los Angeles with everything going on in the MLS, that he has had hell in trying to adjust. He's a world-class player, and then he comes to America and he thinks he's going to dominate the MLS, and it doesn't happen. And yet he's been frustrated. By the way, we have a guy going through the same thing in our backyard in Gonzalo Higuain with Inter Miami, another dominant force, and a guy that has had all kinds of success at the highest level in soccer in the world, and then I think he was coming here to the MLS thinking he was going to dominate. And neither guy has. And the Mexicans in Southern California don't want Chicharito anymore. It hasn't gotten that bad yet for Gonzalo here, and hopefully it won't, but he's got to figure it out too. But he's been frustrated and pointing fingers and showing his frustration on the pitch and not acting like a captain. He's got to change that. I'll give Cam a lot of credit. Unlike Gonzalo Higuain, he's acting like a captain. He's acting like a veteran. He's acting like a leader. And he's acting like a true professional. Don't blame somebody else for your failures, your shortcomings, your mistakes. Take ownership. It's exactly what he's doing. I give him credit for that.
The Pats have not been this bad at this point.
Never.
Since prior to the year before Brady showed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're going back, what?
20 years.
20, is it 20? Yeah.
It's pretty much.
You know what? Because, yeah, the 01
right.
was the Super Bowl they won.
Right.
So, yeah, it's exactly 19, 20 years.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, them people up there ain't used to losing.
No. No, they're spoiled as hell.
They're like we were back in the day.
Yes.
If you were a Dolphin fan,
with
bro,
less championships.
if you were a Dolphin fan, every year starting September, you had a ticket to the play. You know you were at least in the playoffs.
It's actually more like it's what we are as Canes fans, because it's 5 titles there and several trips.
Equivalent, yes.
The equivalency,
6, 5,
the spoiledness.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Because like the Dolphin thing was in a short window, where the Canes thing was in a large window, and so is the Patriot thing done in a large window. So there's, 2 generations that are involved in all that winning, and it's kind of the same thing with the Canes. A couple generations involved in all that winning, so those people have been spoiled for a long time.
Hey, it's great and wonderful, but the higher you get.
Yeah.
When you fall, the fall is further.
Yeah. No doubt about that. Let's see. For me, Sunday's game is more about our offensive line than about Tua. If the O-line is fixed, Miami Tua should be okay. I agree. Andy Rio says Tua is going to bring in the new era with the Dolphins, so get ready for all the bandwagon fans. I'm with you there. We're going to get a bunch of those. The bandwagon fans will definitely be coming in. But welcome aboard. Join us.
As much as this is about Tua, this is a hell of a test for our offensive line to see really where they're at, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely agree. All right, 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the program, that's 786-322-1105. Let me take a quick break here because sore throat.
You've only been running amok for 40 minutes, bro.
Yeah. Let me take a quick break here. We'll come back with more. I got some couple things I want to share with you on the NFL side, and we got a couple of other things, Dolphin-wise and everything else that we'll get to right here on The Big O Show. Hey, it's Big O for all of your CBD, THC, or hookah needs. You got to get on down to VSS West Pines at 12397 Pembroke Road. Yes, they have got legal THC. You've got to check it out. And they've got, of course, when it comes to CBD, flower, tinctures, edibles, for all kinds of reasons, whether it's pain, stress, anxiety, you name it. And don't forget, when you mention my name, you'll get 20% off. Tell the boys out there that I told you to get on down to VSS West Pines, 12397 Pembroke Road, and call them 954-613-3367. Legal THC, CBD, all of your hookah needs. You go to VSS West Pines.
Are you tired of watching the same old travel videos on the internet? Well, then check out MikeNoGoZones.com, a travel documentary that's breaking barriers. I go to the places that the media tells you to fear, where no one else dares to go. Baltimore, Opelika, South Side of Chicago, and more. Go to MikeNoGoZones.com.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction. Listen, I've been telling you about Eric for a long time now. Custom home builder for additions, home remodeling. We're not talking about a handyman. Maybe you want to redo that man cave. We're not going to a lot of live sporting events. So you want to improve that experience in your man cave? Call them 305-433-4843. Tell them that Big O sent you and go to the Instagram page. You can see the before and after there. You'll be impressed. EJD_construction. Call them 305-433-4843 or go to the website ejdconstruction.com.
America's premium sports sedan is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. TLX $259 a month, $259 at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
We back. 15601 Pines Boulevard. Come on by and say hi out here at Craig Zinn's, Acura of Pembroke Pines. Always love being out here. We've been out here for many, many years now at Acura Pembroke Pines. And, of course, you can always come on down. It's the end of the month. You get the 2021 TLX for $399 a month. They've got 1.99% financing, only $29.99 do it signing plus tax tag and registration. They've got the 2020 TLX for $259 a month, folks. It's the #1 volume sales dealership when it comes to Acuras in the Southeast United States. The 2021 RDX, beautiful, $339 a month. Come on down here. Tell them that Big O sent you. I promise you they will take care of you. Got a fleet of certified pre-owned vehicles. They're in amazing shape. The 2020 MDX, $339 a month. If you're a military veteran, $750 off the purchase of a vehicle. So please tell them that Big O sent you. They will take care of you. They've got APR as low as 0.99% for 60 months. So take advantage right here at 15601 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75 in Pines. Finest dealership in the business, baby. It is Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines, which is always a beautiful thing. Ooh, Myles Garrett is limited on Friday, but he's going to be ready to go on Sunday. Interesting. Did you know that the Dolphins ended up winning without even playing a game this week? Did you know about that, Bill?
Not until you pointed it out, and then doing the assessing. You're 100% right, sir.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
What am I talking about?
Last night.
And what was last night?
Who fell for us? Who stepped ahead of the team that were holding their spot?
Falcons ended up winning 25-17. They had the 4th pick in the draft. Well, the Houston Texans have the 5th pick in the draft. So now the Houston Texans move up to the 4th spot in the draft. Guess who has the Houston's pick in the first round? That's right. Your Miami Dolphins. And Houston is off this week, so they're not going to go any lower. And they could climb if another team ahead of them, like Jacksonville or the Giants, actually win this week. Okay? I don't think the Jets are going to win. They're playing Kansas City, and Kansas City's favored by 20.
The Giants are playing Tampa.
You never know.
Really?
I don't think they'll win either, but I mean, KC, you're not beating if you're the Jets. But the Giants, I don't think you're beating Tampa either, but you know what? I'll give them at least some hope. I give the Jets no hope whatsoever. Although, man, wouldn't it be hilarious if the Jets beat the Chiefs? I mean, because really, you do want the Jets to, get a couple wins. But either way, like I said yesterday, Trevor Lawrence, dude, stay in school, bro. Don't go to New York. Don't go to the Jets and ruin your career. Because the Jets are 1, the Giants are 2 in the draft. Both teams just pick quarterbacks. Think about that, okay? Well, actually, Jacksonville got their guy, but it was in the 5th round. But if you look at it, the Giants and the Jets both have top picks from their drafts at quarterback. And they'll be easily in the market for another guy. That is screwed up, ladies and gentlemen, okay? That is definitely one that will leave you scratching your head in all of that. Did you see, I don't know if you guys heard the audio of Matt Ryan telling, Todd Gurley not to score last week, and he scored and effed it up and they lost. This week, Gurley ran out of bounds, or last night. He was supposed to stay inbound, and he still ran out of bounds, stopped the clock, and allowed Carolina to get the ball. Luckily, it ended up in an interception of Teddy Bridgewater. But again, Todd Gurley, not good at taking advice, not good at taking suggestions, not very bright.
3-something left in the game, 3rd down and double digits, and the guy just runs out of bounds. It was like, what are you doing, bro?
Todd Gurley, what it ends up looking like is that you can't trust Todd Gurley.
You left the Panthers with 3 timeouts and a 2-minute.
I guess
what was it, 3:40 or something like that? They were like at the 50-yard line on 4th down. Like
when Todd Gurley's talent was elite, I guess it wasn't an issue because he was so good. But now that his talent is not elite and his brain is malfunctioning, I got to tell you, bro, that's one guy that after the last 2 weeks here, I don't know why you want him on your team anymore. After this season, if I'm Atlanta, I'm parting ways with that dude. That dude will cost you a game. It's crazy, but he's going to cost you a game. I mean, well, he already did last week. Now he's going to cost you another one almost last night. And Teddy Bridgewater, you know, I've said this many times over and over again. He is such a nice young man. You want him marrying your daughter. But I'll tell you, bro, I know he's super smart. I know he's got the brain to be a Hall of Famer. But unfortunately, the big guy above did not give him the ability to be special at quarterback. He's got 9 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. I mean, I've always said it about him. He is, at best, a middle-of-the-road quarterback. I know that mentally he can play the game at any level, but physically, he's a jag. There's nothing special about Teddy Bridgewater, and none of his offenses are ever special. Okay? We are talking about a guy that is, let me pull it up here and make sure I got it right here. He's got 9 touchdowns in 8 games. I always used to laugh because whenever he was like mentioned in trades or he was going to become a free agent, I would always get Dolph fans that would ask about him. And I get it from some of you Dolph fans out there. He's likable and he's local. So all of a sudden, because he's a local kid, oh no, let's trade for Teddy Bridgewater. Oh, let's sign Teddy Bridgewater. And every time I would have that conversation with somebody, I normally would piss off half of you because you couldn't understand or compute when I would tell you he's just a jag. He's just a game manager on his best day. And when I saw that the Panthers were going to give him the starting job, I knew right away the Panthers were dead in the water. And Teddy is really nothing more than a bridge quarterback. Okay, he's not Bridgewater. He's a bridge quarterback, is what he is, at best. There's nothing about Teddy Bridgewater that says franchise quarterback. And if you're a team that is putting him there thinking you got a franchise quarterback, then I would really question your IQ in football. Okay? Love the kid, great young man, all of that, but hell no. I just never, ever imagined that he would be the answer. Charles Harris, by the way, the former Dolphin, nice to see that he's still a bonehead with the hit on Bridgewater. Luckily, Teddy was fine, and he was able to come back and finish out the game. I think he missed like 6 or 7 plays or something like that, like 2 series. So it was nice to see that he was able to get back on the field because Teddy's a really, really good dude overall. But that was a irresponsible hit by Charles Harris. That I got to say. That was absolutely terrible. 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the program, that's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the text line, many ways to reach out to us on the program. RVA says, hello, Big O. Do you see the Finns buying or selling before the trading deadline? I don't see them doing either. I don't think they'll buy or sell. I think the only thing that they could do is sell something, but only if somebody calls and blows them away with an offer that they can't refuse. That's how I can see them moving somebody. I know, I was saying it would be cool if he was there in the lineup with you all on. Okay, I got you. He's a good dude, man. Thank you for chiming in. No doubt. Big O, Charles Harris is the biggest Dolphin bust, right? No, Deion Jordan. Deion Jordan was a higher pick. You gave up a second rounder to move up to get him. So I would go with Deion Jordan and Sammy Smith as bigger busts than Charles Harris. Charles Harris is a major bust, but I would go with Sammy Smith and definitely Deion Jordan ahead of him. Okay? Let's see. And with Gurley, you see why running backs are a commodity. Only once in a blue moon you see a running back like AP and Zeke. Well, no, Gurley was that too before the knee injury. So give him a little love for that. Okay, Todd Gurley was a hell of a player before the knee injury. Oh, you're going to do Flo's interview today? If it's downloaded in time before our show ends, Bill, what do we got? Do we have any Flo yet? Has Flo been posted?
I have not seen Flo pop up. Give me a sec.
All right. He will look up the Flo interview. We are waiting for it. If it does pop up, we will obviously, address it and
No
go
change
over
on
his
the
comments.
status there, sir.
Yep, I'm looking at it too here. There's nothing so far on Flo. They haven't posted it on YouTube.
There hasn't actually been anything put to the site in over an hour.
Yeah. Check their website, their personal website at MiamiDolphins.com. Maybe it's there because it usually takes a little while to load on YouTube. So maybe they have it on their website. We'll check if it's in the Miami Dolphin website, and maybe we'll play it. The body, the form, the height, speed. Let's not forget Eric Kumaro. Yep. That conversation can go on forever. We start talking about all the busts that have been out there because obviously they've had their share. You know what I'm saying?
No on the site.
Okay.
Yesterday's.
Okay. All right, so nothing there. Did you guys see where the Patriots now are in an absolute trading mode now? That apparently the word is everything is available for the Patriots. That's what they're telling. Check out this. It says the New England Patriots can vault themselves back into the AFC East race with a win versus rival Bills on Sunday. But in the meantime, they're preparing for the scenario where they drop 3 games below 500 and then turn at least in part of their attention beyond 2020. Cody Benjamin of CBS Sports reports that according to Sports Illustrated Albert Breer, the Pats have told other teams ahead of November 3rd trade deadline they'd listen to offers for almost anyone, indicating the full-on rebuild in at least is in consideration. The team has been quiet thus far, and Breer explained it could be swayed to part with some of its best players if it doesn't go as planned in Week 8, which includes cornerback Stephon Gilmore, who's been speculated as a trade target recently. New England did have previous talks centered on the star defensive back before April's draft, per Breer, and then again during training camp before restructuring his contract and signaling to some teams that Gilmore was entertaining his last year with the Pats. And for those of you that don't know, Gilmore also put his house up for sale in New England. So it's funny because I want to remind you that I know you think of Tom Brady all the time, but overall, Belichick is not a great drafter. He misses a lot. A lot. So I'm not that concerned anymore. Unless somehow he finds another Brady in the draft. And so far he hasn't been able to do that. Jarrett Stidham, you bring back Brian Hoyer and start him, and now Cam Newton, you know. I'm almost thinking like, dude, you got lucky with one guy. Like Garoppolo's good. I like Garoppolo, but obviously Tom Brady is super special, you know. But now I love seeing the Jets at 0-7, dysfunction with their coach. Fans hate them, and I love seeing what the Patriots are going through now. It's awesome. They deserve to go through this, the Patriots. They've had so much success for 20 years now that bumps in the road should be part of it. You know what I mean? So I like this, that they're close to fire sale and they want to start getting rid of bodies and, you know, leading with Gilmore, which, by the way, if people are inquiring about Stephon Gilmore, don't you think they've inquired about Xavier Howard? Huh? What do you think? Okay. Something tells me that if they want Stephon Gilmore, why wouldn't they want Xavier Howard? If somebody wants a shutdown corner, maybe that's what Chris Greer's competing with. What they're offering for Gilmore or what they're offering for X-Men. You never know. That's why I didn't go either way on that report a couple days ago that Omar Kelly put out, and then the Dolphins kind of squashed. And they squashed it because the way they phrased it was, well, we're not shopping him. Okay. Doesn't mean you're not taking calls. Doesn't mean it hasn't happened. But you can actually tell people, we're not shopping him, because you're really not. It's people inquiring. If they're inquiring about Stephon Gilmore, they've got to be inquiring about X-Man. All right, 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the program, that's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the show, a lot of things to talk about here on the program. Got some Dolphins and Pat stuff to get to. I got some other things that I want to also elaborate on. We got I got to get into a little music. Oh, I got to give you my NFL picks. Got a bunch of stuff to do. We are at Craig Zinn's, Acura of Pembroke Pines, 15601 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75 in Pines. Give us a couple minutes here. Let's take a quick break. Back with more right here from Craig Zinn's, Acura of Pembroke Pines.
This is the Big O Show.
Hey, it's Big O. For all of your family dental needs, please reach out to Moody's Dental. I've known Eric for a while, a big fan of our show. Call him at 305-821-0231. Whether it's you or your kids that need some dental help, whether it's implants, Invisaligns, they are the experts. Or if you're just looking to fill a cavity or clean your teeth, or maybe even get a crown, you are going to love the professionalism, the family-like atmosphere, and of course, when you talk about being clean, that's what it's all about in today's society. You are going to go to an extremely clean place. Go to moody'sdental.com, go to the website, follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Moody's Dental. Tell them that Big O sent you, 305-821-0231, or go to moody'sdental.com.
Are you tired of watching the same old travel videos on the internet? Well, then check out MikeNoGoZones.com. A travel documentary that's breaking barriers. I go to the places that the media tells you to peer, where no one else dares to go. Baltimore, Opelika, South Side of Chicago, and more. Go to MikeNoGoZones.com.
Hey, it's Big O. For all of your CBD, THC, or hookah needs, you got to get on down to VSS West Pines at 12397 Pembroke Road. Yes, they have got legal THC. You've got to check it out. And they've got, of course, when it comes to CBD, flower, tinctures, edibles, for all kinds of reasons, whether it's pain, stress, anxiety, you name it. And don't forget, when you mention my name, you'll get 20% off. Tell the boys out there that I told you to get on down to VSS West Pines, 12397 Pembroke Road, and call them 954-613-3367. Legal THC, CBD, all of your hookah needs. You go to VSS West Pines.
It's a buyer's market at Toyota of Hollywood. Over 1,500 Toyotas on the ground, and truckloads just keep on coming. Now pay up to 50% less. 2020 Camry, not $29,000, $17,775. 2020 Corolla, not $22,000, $13,775. Buy a new 2020 Toyota with zero down and 0% financing, or we'll make your payments till 2021 at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street.
I take a little break. Obviously, got to rest the voice a little bit. And I tell you, since I had the laryngitis 2 weeks ago, and then trying to recover, I haven't completely recovered yet. And so,
you haven't had 2 or 3 days completely off.
Yeah, no.
You've been no more than what?
No, it's
24 hours last Sunday maybe, and that was it.
And it's meetings every day, and it's employees every day, and so it's like I don't stop talking. So it doesn't really, it's crazy. I went to the little boys' room, and on my way there, they're playing music. They always got music in the lobby, obviously, and they're playing "Somebody's Baby" from Jackson Browne, and it's like there are just certain songs that you just hear, and right away, it's just all I think about is Fast Times at Richmond High. That's all I think about. The 280ZX.
Getting picked up in the 280, exactly.
280ZX. What's her name? What's the cutie? It's not the
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Jennifer Jason Leigh. That's it. And all of that. It just conjures up those memories.
Being in a dugout, looking up and seeing butthole surfers on the roof.
Yes. Just crazy, dude. And I'm sure channel surfing on YouTube this weekend, when I go through the part of the movie channels, I bet y'all run into Fast Times at one point or another because, there's not a lot of new stuff out there, so there's a lot of regenerating and putting everything that they've had. And a lot of the classic movies like that are being played because they can't miss with that stuff. People will always stop and watch it.
Actually, you're on the Showtime Cinema, all that, Epics. It was St. Elmo's Fire and Fast Times, like about a month. This past 2030, whatever, since October, it has actually been the Breakfast Club and the 16 Candles.
Yeah.
Are getting their turn.
No, don't put it past them.
Nothing wrong with. Hey, man, you know what? Those are those movies that wherever you grab it, whatever the next scene is, like, here, I'm gonna catch this scene.
Always. Always, man. It's crazy. By the way, I do got to give you my picks, and also, we could do. One of the things that I don't do enough is maybe have a little free for all with you guys, where you can ask me anything about sports, life, radio business, whatever. I don't give a crap. You guys know me. I'm brutally honest about my entire life, good or bad, whatever. I'm imperfect, and I know I always will be imperfect. So I'm going to make mistakes like you and like everybody else. So I'm not ever one that shies away from talking about that I'm not perfect or anything like that. So just to kind of have a little fun on Friday, if you guys got any kind of questions you want to ask me, something that's been on your mind, something you want to find out about sports or this business or anything else that I'm doing or we're doing or whatever.
How many licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
That too. You can do that. We can give you the info on that. So send it in on the YouTube chat board, on the text line at 786-322-1105. If you want to send it in on Twitter, you can also send it in on Twitter at Big O Show. Many ways to reach out to us here on the program, and you can always get in. Aaron Jones, by the way, coming across here, out with the calf injury. The running back has not practiced all week. So any of you fantasy ladies or gents out there that have Aaron Jones, you can actually you could get ahead of that right now and try to pick somebody else up. Let's see what else. Edelman on the IR now. Yep, he had a small procedure. He's not supposed to be out very long, so we'll see if he does come back or not.
But with this, I mean, they need a win, obviously, in playing Buffalo. They need every guy, and he is their best receiver.
Yeah.
Compounded by the fact, like you said, they're trying to sell everybody. Can you sell Edelman right now coming off surgery?
No.
Right?
No, he's too
right?
old.
I mean,
he's too worn down now to sell. At this point, nobody's going to want him. Unless he becomes a free agent at the end of the year, and then Brady says, hey, bring him in so I can have a possession receiver for a year. Something like that I can see. I can see him playing for the Bucs next year. Josh Ritter says, given contracts and play, who would you rather have on your team, X or Gilmore? That's a great question. I mean, really, Gilmore over X, because the knee stuff does not exist and the domestic issues don't exist. So the safer pick is Gilmore. They're both great. You still have great corners. Whichever one you got is going to be able to get the job done. It's just a matter of who's got the less baggage. And clearly, it's Gilmore.
If you take the off-field situation out of the equation and you talk strictly between on the field, who would you rather have, O?
Oh, no, X.
Right?
Yes.
I think he's more a ball hawk.
No, I love X. But I'm just going with baggage.
You have to factor that in, man.
Unfortunately. If we're just talking about play, I'm going to go X. Mike Mars says, you don't need a mask. It's required, sir. And I'm out of business. I just walked to the bathroom. I went through the lobby. Mike, I get it, bro. There's a certain section of really ignorant people in this country about the mask, and they've also been so ignorant that they've politicized it. And that's fine, dude, if that's what you want to do. But that's the reason why we're losing 1,000 Americans a day, and people like you are the reason why we're losing 1,000 Americans a day. That's all. Anybody that makes the mask some kind of a burden, you're a freaking loser. That's all. I think I'm pretty clear now, right? I think I've kind of explained it, right? Do you have any favorite teams outside the Miami area? I mean,
You used to.
Well, yeah, when I lived in San Francisco for a short time, I rooted for the Giants there, and I was rooting for the local teams because I was going to be a part of that community for a short time. So I figured I'd root for them, but I still actually had all my TVs at home. I was at that place in Tiburon, and I had all the tickets so I can see everybody else back home in Miami. But not really. I mean, I'll tell you this. I'll root for the Jags, and I'll root for Tampa. I will. I won't. They're not like favorite teams of mine, but I don't have anything against those kind of teams. The Magic, I don't. I don't know why, but it's just something that I don't. I can't root for the Magic. I don't have anything against the Rays. I don't have anything against what other teams?
Lightning.
I don't root for the Lightning. They're too good. They don't need my help. So I need my Panthers to
take a page from there.
I can't do it. But no, not really favorite teams. No, dude, I'm all Miami. When we didn't have Inter, then I was rooting for Orlando City. Before Orlando City, I was rooting for the Portland Timbers. But once we have Inter, I dropped all of those. So I used to be a Phillies, Sixers, and Flyers fan before we had the Marlins, the Heat, and the Panthers. Once we got our own teams, then I dropped those. I was never an Eagles fan because I always had the Dolphins. So, no, not really. I don't really have favorite teams. Barcelona. If you want to, go international, Barcelona. Okay? And Arsenal. Barcelona in one league, Arsenal in the Premiership. Okay? That would be those are my two favorite teams outside of Miami teams. Right there. Where's your stash? Yeah, I shaved. So I'm trimming my goatee, right?
Did you screw up?
I screwed up.
That's it. Just got to go.
So I had to go. So I'm trimming my goatee, right? Because it was getting a little thick. And then I took off the trimmer and I started touching up, the part so it doesn't get on your lip, right? So I trim it right above the lip, right? And so then I look at my beard again and I go, I need to trim it just a little bit more. It's a little thick. And I forgot to put the trimmer, and I went like this, and it took off a whole patch. And I was like, oh, I screwed up. So I had to shave the whole damn thing.
You could have said something like,
That happened to me this morning. I'm such an idiot.
you could have said it's Halloween.
No.
And Freddy Krueger got one of his blades on me, and look how close.
No,
Look at my reaction.
It was actually funny because I was looking, I was like, oh, God, now I got to shave the whole thing off. The good thing is that I'm a hairy bastard, so, like, in a week I'll have it right back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So It's
Exactly.
not a big – and you wear the mask, so people really can't tell. You could tell because you caught me when I would lower and drink my water, so my goatee was gone. You know what I mean?
Listeners are super observant, bro.
They observe everything, bro.
I can remember
They know everything going on.
I remember the first time I grew the beard, then went down to the goatee, and obviously we're both hairy people, so you could grow a goatee like in 5, 6, 7 days. It's there.
Oh, yeah.
To be cut.
Yes.
And I can remember the first time that, like, okay, it's been 6, 8 months, blah, let's shave it, and realizing it's easier to shave your whole face clean than it is to get into the detail and cut in your goatee and everything.
Yes.
It is easier just to take it all off. Man.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Big O, do you have an injury report for the Fish? I don't have it right now. I'll try to pull it up for you if you want. Let me see. What else do we have? I have always wondered if you have a second team in the NFL. If not, which team would you pick? If not the Finns, and why? Bucks, Florida, West Coast, closer to here. I'm hometown, bro. I'm hometown about everything. I told you.
Backyard neighborhood
Remember, I told
guy.
you I was rooting for the Portland Timbers because we didn't have anything here in the state. Then when we got Orlando City SC, I watched them for a couple of years and rooted for them. Now that we've got our team, I dropped Orlando City and now I hate them. So it's a whole different ball game now. But usually I stay somewhere close to our vicinity there. Let's see, what else do we have here? Troy Ortiz says, just a couple years ago, I thought our local teams were hopeless to win a championship anytime soon. Now look at us. In your opinion, who wins one first? If we get Giannis, I say if you get Giannis, obviously the Heat. For sure, dude. If you could get Giannis, because we'll make him a better shooter here, too. Let's see, who's closer? I know it doesn't look like it now, but Inter can get pretty close to a title. They just need some chemistry into next year. I don't think next year the Heat is winning a title because they won't have Giannis. It'll be the summer after, so it'll be 2 seasons from now. The Dolphins, I think, are 2 years away from being a Super Bowl contender because I think next year when Tua starts, we'll have a good year in the playoffs, but I think it's the year after that, Tua's third year, where we really take off, I think. Panthers are nowhere near a Stanley Cup right now. All depends on what Zito does with them, but we're a ways away. Marlins are a ways away. Dude, I'm going to say Inter is slightly closer because they can go and get another DP if they want to move Pizarro and get another stud. And I think they can build the team up again and add certain pieces to make them better. I'm going to go Inter next year, the Heat the year after that, and then the Dolphins. Okay.
Weren't the Hurricanes baseball team ranked really high?
We're talking about pros. I'm not talking about college.
Well, I count my Canes.
No,
man.
I know, but I'm not.
I know how you feel about college baseball.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
No, I get you.
It's been since 2001 since we won a title in baseball.
I get you, but
and obviously breaking that record of continuous postseason appearances. What was it?
I get
30. Yeah, man. The fact that we messed that up, unacceptable. Morris, you got to go.
But it's college baseball. It doesn't really create any kind of buzz anywhere. You know what I mean?
Canes love, bro. Sorry, man.
Yeah. No, I got you. I'm just being honest that that's not going to move anything, move the needle. Big O, gonna light one up, come back, chilling out. All right, light it up. Enjoy. Oh, you said I was gonna go light it up. Okay, at a dealership. Okay. I love it. Let's see. They should make a law about mask. If you hold an event without a mask and someone gets sick and dies, should go to jail for involuntary manslaughter. I like that. I like that because you are being irresponsible and spreading it. So hell's to the yeah. Troy says, you don't look like yourself without the goatee. Okay. All right. I look a little different. What do I look like? Oh, no. Did I open up something? Julius 305 giving us some love on the Super Chat. Thank you, Julius. He says, great show this morning. Appreciate it. Michelle was terrific, and Will Manso also was on the show. GP Trap says, it doesn't look bad. You look younger. That's always what I get, that I always look younger because it's like a salt and pepper, a goatee, so makes me look even older. James says, I'm a bearded guy, and when that happens to me and have to shave it all off, no one recognizes me and says I look like a thumb. Raging Dolphin Maniac says, as a Dolphin fan forever, I have to root for the Giants. That win over the evil Empire Pats cemented it for me. Okay, I can see that. Where you got a little affection for them for taking down the Pats. I can get that. Benjamin says, we re-signed Shane through 2022. Yes, sir. Dougie Fresh says, what up, oh? Is a witness protection program with that disguise? What did you do? I hope you did not use your Tom Tom Club on some fool. Old people music reference. It looks good, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Little Tom Tom Club. Yes. What you going to do when you get out of jail?
Want to have some fun?
I'm going to have some fun. What do you consider fun? I like it. That is a great beat. I mean, that's a great song, period. Tom Tom Club nailed it with that one. Such a great song. That's a song that never gets old, ever. Any moment that I hear that song, I crank it. Love that song. You guys are crazy with advocating for government mandates on masks. Government mandate anything is a bad precedent. Pick up the history books. I love how people like Mike think we're stupid enough of a country that we're going to end up like a third world country. It's freaking amazing. Do you all know that we live in America? Do you guys realize that? So if they put a mandate on masks, what does that mean? That all of a sudden we're going to become communist? I love the ridiculous extremes. Dude, we're not Cuba. Okay? I can say this because I'm Cuban. All right? I got Cuban parents. We're not going to get suckered like other countries have in the past. That's not us. So whether it's Democrats or Republicans, none of them are ever going to be able to get away with that. So I'm not sure what world you think you're living in, what country you think you're living in, but we would raise hell and there'd be a civil war in this country if anybody tried to control us. Okay? So I'm not sure, but Mike, I guess you don't have enough balls to be a real American because we're not controlled. And mandating a mask is about intelligence. It's about protecting each other. It's about doing something good for your fellow American because we're going to protect each other by not infecting each other or doing our best to not infect each other by maintaining social distance and wearing a mask. If you're mandating it, it's because you're doing something for the greater good of mankind, my man. It has nothing to do with Fidel Castro Part 2 taking over the U.S. I love how one party likes to play with the minds of mental midgets. Because you are a mental midget if you think we can turn into Venezuela or Cuba in this country. I mean, dude, do you know anything about our history? Do you know what it is to be an American? Let's not take the extremes of fighting for freedom and wearing a mask so we don't spread a pandemic. And sometimes the law needs to be in place, Mike, because people are too freaking stupid and ignorant to actually follow common sense. Mike, my brother, you have no idea what the definition of being an American is. Nothing. If you think we can end up like a third world country, you're an idiot. Any of you out there, if you think we can end up like Cuba, you're a freaking moron. Okay? That will never happen in this country. We are the beacon of freedom. We will always be that. But separate, compartmentalize things. Don't be a mental midget and allow people to feed you a bunch of BS. Like we're going to become Venezuela. And if you're that stupid to believe that, I feel sorry for you, dude. Or woman. God. Jesus. Can we get back to the Tom Tom Club? My Lord.
There's actually, those people out there that want you to continue the ripping, brother.
Oh, whatever. He says, you could do the best by advocating, not asking government to mandate. Brother, sometimes you got to mandate it. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean you're a socialist or a communist or you're doing anything that's wrong. You got to mandate it. I'm sorry.
Look at the numbers. The numbers have been yo-yoing. We're yo-yoing back up. Come on, man.
Hey, Mike, aren't you mandated to stop at a stop sign? Aren't you mandated to stop at a red light? Huh? I'm sorry, because aren't you mandated to pay taxes? I'm trying to figure it out. Need to see my eyes on this, Mike? Talk to me, baby. Aren't you mandated to do a lot of things in life? Last time I checked, you're mandated to wait till the arrow is green to turn, correct? You're mandated that when you go buy something at the store, you got to pay a state tax, right? Aren't you mandated to do a lot? If you want to take a flight, aren't you mandated to be there at a specific time to get on the plane? And if you get there a half hour late, plane's gone? You're mandated to do a lot of things, Mike. Grow the hell up, dude. Maybe read a couple books, learn what it is to be an American, learn what it takes to be a decent human being, because that's what we're asking when we ask you to wear a mask. Be a decent human being. We're not trying to keep anybody down, because you can't keep us down. We're Americans. You have no idea, Mikey. I guess you don't. I'm sure you have no idea what it's like to be an American. You have no idea what the definition is of being an American. We don't get suckered, dude. We don't do that. We don't play that game. But if you want to be a mental midget and you want to believe that mandating a mask is going to lead to anything else, I mean, come on, dude. Come on. It's like sometimes, the problem is guys like Mike, brother, you need common sense, not smoking the sense. My God. Oh, it's mandating. Oh, they're going to make us a communist state. I'm going to be locked in my house. I'm going to have to make a 4-block line for sugar. My Lord. Big O, it's like some people are following a cult. Nothing will change their minds, if you know what I mean. Oh, amen to that, bro. Amen to that. Name a Cherry Buffalo Stance. True underrated song. And how about Malcolm McLaren with the Buffalo Dance, right? Or the Buffalo whatever it is? Call of Duty goes, I'm glad I didn't miss the daily COVID rant. I haven't had one of those in a while. Call of Duty. That hasn't.
No, we're glad you haven't, bro, because you haven't had the voice to really go there, okay?
Oh, man. Ray goes, Big O, don't waste your time with the one-sided mentality of the clueless. Putts. It is. It's such a terrible point of view, bro. It just seems so weak also. All these people, you make us wear a mask, and we're going to end up like you see some of the Cuban people and the Venezuelan people, and then you got the Republican Party just feeding them crap. Hey, you're going to end up in this country like Venezuela and like Cuba. And it's like, where do you live, dude? Like, you think we can end up like that? The hell out of here, bro. Every one of us would give our lives up for the freedom. We would raise hell. Like we're going to become some kind of country like that. Give me a freaking break. Big O, today's my birthday. I'm 33. That's Ramona. So excited for Sunday. Can't wait to see them play and beat some Rams. But all I want for my birthday is for the Dolphins to win the AFC East. Can't wait to see Tua. Well, first of all, Ramona.
Happy birthday.
That's the most important part. Thank you for always checking us out and supporting us, Ramona. We love you for that. Happy birthday. Hopefully one day we'll get to meet at an event somewhere. I'm sure, down the line, Onside Radio will have some events that you guys can come by and check it out. But, Ramona, I think you're going to get a win on your birthday. I do. I'm picking the Dolphins to win this week. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be a really tight win, a close win. I even think if the Dolphins lose, it'll be a really, really close loss. I think Miami's going to play a hell of a game. I really do. I like our coaching staff, prepared for 2 weeks. I love Tua. I think he's a hell of a player. I think he's going to turn into a heck of a quarterback. You all know I only worry about one thing with Tua, and that's his health. That's the only thing I worry about with Tua, health. Outside of that, I don't worry about anything else. I think the kid's going to go out there. I think the kid's going to play well. I think the kid's smart. I think he's going to make positive plays for this team. I don't think he's going to be turning over the ball left and right, all of that. I really like Miami this week. I do. In fact, why don't we do this? Why don't we give you our picks of the week here? We are 10-11 right now against the number. And I like 4 games in this slate. First of all, I'm going to go with the Raiders and the Browns. And no, I'm not going to go with the Browns and give the 2.5 points since they are favored by 2.5 points. The Browns usually fail me when I do that. But they've got injuries everywhere on that team. Joe Mixon, I'm sorry, not Joe Mixon. The corners on that team, the starting corners are banged up. I like the over in this game of 50.5. I like the Browns offense without Odell right now. I think it has more balance, and I think Baker plays a little better without Odell and the pressure of getting him the ball. Of course, you're better with him because you've got some big playability, but right now there seems to be a little more balance with the offense when Odell's not there. So I'm going to count on that balance to produce points, and it's not like the Raiders' defense is a shutdown defense, and I think the Browns also can be scored on. So I'm going over 50.5. Love it. Tennessee, -6 against Cincinnati. Joe Burrow's taking a beating. I think he will continue to take a beating. I think Derrick Henry will pound the hell out of Cincinnati. I don't think Cincinnati is going to keep this within a touchdown. I think they lose by 10 points or more in this game. I think Tennessee controls it. They're -6. I'm going to go with Tennessee. Lay the points against Cincinnati. They win by at least a touchdown or more. I think they win by 10 points. You win that game. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's at Baltimore. The Ravens are favored by 3.5. The passing game for the Ravens has not been anything to really be impressed with. Pittsburgh has had a lot of balance with their offense. They've got a solid running game, not a great running game, but they've got a lot of young weapons around Ben, and he's done a nice job of spreading the ball around. I'm going to go with the dog here on the road. I'm going to go Pittsburgh plus 3.5. I think they shock Baltimore, and they beat Baltimore at home and hand them a close loss, which doesn't matter because you're getting 3.5 as it is. Pittsburgh plus 3.5. Final game, I gave it away already. Rams are favored by 4. I'm going Dolphins plus 4 on this one. I think the Dolphins are better than most people think. I think people are underestimating the Dolphins. I think they don't give Miami's coaching staff a lot of credit. They've got 2 weeks to prepare, and I think Tua's going to be an intelligent quarterback out there. I think he'll do enough to help them win the game and not lose it. So I'm going to go Tua and the Dolphins plus 4 against the Rams. So here's the recap. Dolphins plus 4, Tennessee -6, over 50.5 with Raiders and Browns, and Pittsburgh plus 3.5 against Baltimore. So I'm taking 2 dogs, a favorite, and the over. That's what I'm doing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. We'll come back for the home stretch, by the way. We'll take your questions also on the chat board, on the text line, 786-322-1105, on Twitter, at Big O Show. We are coming to you live from Craig Zinn's, Acura Pembroke Pines, the finest Acura dealership on the planet. Tell them that Big O sent you. They will take care of you. Back for the final segment right here on the Big O Show.
America's premium sport compact sedan is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. 2020 ILX, $199 a month, $199. And Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
Hey, it's Big O. For all of your family dental needs, please reach out to Moody's Dental. I've known Eric for a while, a big fan of our show. Call him at 305-821-0231. Whether it's you or your kids that need some dental help, whether it's implants, Invisaligns, they are the experts. Or if you're just looking to fill a cavity or clean your teeth or maybe even get a crown, you are going to love the professionalism, the family-like atmosphere, and of course, when you talk about being clean, that's what it's all about in today's society. You are going to go to an extremely clean place. Go to moody'sdental.com, go to the website, follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Moody's Dental. Tell them that Big O sent you. 305-821-0231, or go to moody'sdental.com.
Are you tired of watching the same old travel videos on the internet? Well, then check out MikeNoGoZones.com, a travel documentary that's breaking barriers. I go to the places that the media tells you to peer, where no one else dares to go. Baltimore, Opelika, South Side of Chicago, and more. Go to MikeNoGoZones.com.
Hey, it's Big O. For all of your CBD, THC, or hookah needs, you got to get on down to VSS West Pines at 12397 Pembroke Road. Yes, they have got legal THC. You've got to check it out. And they've got, of course, when it comes to CBD, flower, tinctures, edibles, for all kinds of reasons, whether it's pain, stress, anxiety, you name it. And don't forget, when you mention my name, you'll get 20% off. Tell the boys out there that I told you to get on down to VSS West Pines, 12397 Pembroke Road, and call them 954-613-3367. Legal THC, CBD, all of your hookah needs. You go to VSS West Pines.
All right, all right, all right. Ah, yes,
Hey, did
yes.
somebody say that you have a meeting to go to?
Yes, I do. What's it called? G from Pennsylvania on the text line asked me, great question, because there's several layers to it. And he asked me, how long is Belichick going to coach? And that's a tough one to answer, because I think now it's kind of an unknown. Because I think there's a hard-on right now for two guys. One, for Brady to prove that he was the ultimate difference maker, and I think he's doing it right now in Tampa, because what are they, 5-2, I want to say? I want to say they're 5-2. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yes, I think they lost to New Orleans, and then they lost to the Bears on Thursday night.
Right.
5-2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're 5-2. So you've got the New England Patriots, who are 2-4, and you've got the Buccaneers, who are 5-2. They'll be taking on the Giants on Monday night, so they'll probably be 6-2 when it's all said and done. And the Patriots now, you see Cam coming out that you got to win and this and that, and they're 2-4, and they're in Buffalo, and Buffalo's 5-2. And if Buffalo wins and goes to 6-2 and drops the Patriots to 2-5, all of a sudden now those are the reverse records from Tampa and New England. And so I think Belichick also wanted to prove that he's the guy to the world, right? And so this is the interesting part now. What happens if Belichick can't find that quarterback again? And he runs his head into the wall over and over again and never gets over that hump because he doesn't have that quarterback. So how long does he stay in the embarrassing mode? Right? Because it becomes a little bit of egg on your face that you scared off Tom Brady when he could still play for you for another year or two. You could try to keep building a contender around him, and you legitimately have a shot. Now you have no shot. Hell, you're not even on pace to make the playoffs. And you've made a decision with, follow me here, Cam Newton, who can't play quarterback and really is not, and never been a good passer in his life, never will be. You brought Brian Hoyer in, and then the Jarrett Stidham project so far hasn't worked. So you've made a lot of stupid decisions at quarterback. Stidham doesn't deserve that right now because it's only his second year, and he's really not playing much. So it's hard to develop a kid that's not playing. But the other two decisions were catastrophically stupid. Actually, the other three decisions. One, letting go of Brady. Two, signing Brian Hoyer and thinking he can play for you. And then the third one, Cam Newton. So it's a great question, G, because it's an unknown. I don't know how stubborn he'll be for how long.
How much does running down Shula's record
I don't think it has anything to do with
Nothing.
it. Nothing.
It's about winning and losing from a year to year.
Yes. It's about winning a title without Brady. That's what it's about. And it's about Brady winning a title without Belichick. And whichever one does it first says checkmate. So Brady's not going to play much longer. It's maybe another year or two after this. That's about it. I don't think he can play much longer than that.
So this isn't even about legacy or all time. This is about my ego against his ego and proving the other
100%
needed me.
100%. That's all it is.
God,
his
that's,
ego.
Man, you know what? That's
all it is.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So to me, that's where I think this thing ends. It's which guy ends up with a title. And if neither you remember when Shaq left Kobe. He comes here, wins the title, and how's my ass taste? Remember that? And then Kobe then answered back, and they got Spanish, which is one of the brothers, the Spanish guys, damn it, the big center. What's his name? That he named his kid. I think he named his girl Brianna. Gasol, Paul Gasol.
Gasol brothers.
And well, they got Paul, and they ended up winning 2 titles. And so then Kobe was able to get his 4th and 5th title. So then he got his revenge back. It's kind of like that. If Brady wins the title, he'll tell Bill Belichick, how's my ass taste? And if Belichick wins the title over Brady, he'll say, how's my Subway's taste? You know, whatever. Something like that. Big O, I see Belichick jumping ship. No, he'll retire. It'll be a terrible look if he jumps ship. He won't go to another team if that's what you're talking about. Big O looking smooth with the shave. Hey, brother, I'm with you. I think our Finns are going to surprise a lot of people. Go Finns. It's Tua time. John Hartman says thanks. Thought they could take him off for this game. Okay. Let's see. Belichick kind of lost his fastball, not thinking of bringing a second-string receiver when he knew Cam wasn't accurate. Or maybe he thinks he can make Cam accurate. Belichick is 68. He's not coaching much longer, especially if he's getting embarrassed every year. Let's see. Dougie Fresh goes to Mike. You're an N equals 1 approach to an N equals everybody problem until this is an endemic virus. Mandates rather than pretty pleases are appropriate for the wellness of humankind. Peace. There you go. There you go, Dougie Fresh. Way to spread the common sense. My man Mike doesn't have common sense. He's programmed, dude. He's trumped. That's all. Big O looking 20 years younger with a shaved face. Am I 20 years younger? Wow. Maybe I got a shot with Halle Berry now. 20 years younger. That makes me younger than her. Because I am what? I think I'm a year older than her, I want to say. No, she just turned 50, actually. No. I'm 4 years younger. I thought she was 53.
Any interest in doing the...
and Halle Berry, of course.
Well,
Total interest in
you
Halle
would
Berry.
shave other areas of your body if it would get you Halle Berry.
I'd shave anything for Halle Berry. Okay? All right? I'd do anything. All right? I mean, what man wouldn't? It's Halle Berry, bro. Unless you're racist, of course. You know, any of you guys out there that, you're racist, and, that I can't help you, obviously. But for me, a beautiful woman is a beautiful woman. I don't care what color, nationality, waist size, height, whatever, bro. Beautiful women are beautiful women, period. And hard to top that one in my eyes. Oh, let's talk about Bill and the art of bandwagoning. What's the over and under? Bill is saying he is a Finns fan only. I say 2 Finns wins. Yeah, pretty much.
Never.
Couple wins, he'll forget about the Bears.
My teams have been my team since I was born, and the Bears since I was 4. So, no, I'm Dolphin Bear.
Well,
that's it.
That's actually a good point, because when he says his teams are his teams, when you've got like 40 teams, why lose 40 teams? You've got better odds than you and me that only have 1. You know what I mean? If you're like Bill and you've got 22 teams in every league, and you've got all those hats all over the place, it's awesome for Bill. He's got 20, hockey hats, 20 baseball hats, 20 basketball hats, 20 football hats. And so it's rare that he doesn't wear a hat from a winner. So, you know what he does, right? He leaves out the really bad teams that like the Bengals and the Cardinals and teams like that he knows they'll never win a title. So he goes, I can leave certain teams out and look pretty good. That way I don't follow every team in every league. And, he's got a great system going, I got to admit. I mean, he's involved in every World Series.
Actually.
He's involved in every Super Bowl.
Look, the
he's
Marlins,
involved in every
Marlins,
NBA Finals.
Yankees, Bears, Dolphins, those are my overlaps. That's it. And honestly, having two teams,
The man is adding a new
Dude,
MLS hat
listen,
every year with the expansion teams.
it is excruciatingly painful, especially how bad the Canes have been the last 18 years, coupled with the Bears and the Dolphins. Dude, falls have sucked.
I mean, it's
for
baffling.
2 decades.
It's baffling watching him in a Portland-Seattle game in the MLS because one half he's got a Seattle shirt on, the second half he's styling Portland. I don't get it. But it works for him. It's fantastic. I mean, he can't lose. Now, remember, if you choose to go down Bill's path, you're going to spend a lot of money on jerseys and hats because you got to buy a lot of teams. So I'm just warning you, it is an expensive habit. Okay? So, Oh, Hallie is the same age as you, 54. Oh, there you go. No, actually, she's not. I'm 34. Okay? I was just told I'm 20 years younger right now. Not that my body feels it, not that my throat feels it, but I am 34 right now. So let me, you know what? Now that I think about it, I go after Hallie. She's a cougar. Yeah. She's cougaring going out with a 34-year-old. How about that? That'll make her feel good right there. Let's see. What else do we have here? The myth, the legend, Big O. Tua's going to shine Sunday. Facts. I'm with you, baby. I'm with you. I love to see him.
Do you have any interest?
Mike, by the way, says, laughing my ass off, I'd never vote for Trump. He's just another, what is it, statist? Yes, what?
Do you want to do any of that Tyson Jones thing over here?
Oh, that is funny stuff. Did you guys see the Tyson Jones thing? You know, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. are going to fight November 28th. So there was an interview, and they asked him about it being an exhibition. Check out the response and the exchange. Go ahead, Bill.
I actually spoke with California State Athletic Commissioner Andy Foster, and he described this fight as a straight exhibition, going to be hard sparring. This question is for both Mike and Roy. How do you guys plan on engaging in this fight, knowing that it can't be a real fight because it's Ray Corona's job to separate you guys as soon as it gets heated?
Listen, I don't know what are you talking about, what's not a real fight. You got Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, and I'm coming to fight, and I hope he's coming to fight, and that's all you need to know.
First of all, if you think you can go in the ring with Mike Tyson, the last guy that did an exhibition with Mike got dropped in the first round. And if you don't know that, then there's something wrong with you. So who goes in the ring with the great legendary Mike Tyson and think, oh, this is an exhibition? 12-ounce gloves? No headgear? Really? This is an exhibition? Come on, bro. Be for real. Everywhere I go in life, the first thing a young kid would ask me, hey, have you ever fought Mike Tyson? And I don't know why they used to always ask me that, but they say, kids, first question is, have you ever fought Mike Tyson? Now I don't have to say no more. I'm so glad to get this opportunity because now I can say, yes, I did.
Yes, I got my ass knocked out by Mike Tyson.
I was just going to say, after the fight, he may feel very differently about that.
You ever fought Mike Tyson? Yeah, he knocked my ass out in 2020. It's kind of, you know what's odd about all of this? I'm kind of sensing a different Roy Jones because early on, I think Roy Jones thought it was going to be a fun exhibition. And then all of a sudden, he kind of realized that he saw Mike Tyson working out like a maniac. Shark Week, he's tearing up sharks in half, all this stuff going on. And he's going, holy crap, I'm getting into the ring with Thunder Lips. And so then all of a sudden, I think he started to take this training seriously. You had Shannon Briggs say, hey, I'll step in if Roy Jones doesn't want to do it. And now you hear Roy Jones and you see him. I think Roy Jones took the training seriously. And I think now Roy Jones is kind of preparing himself for a real fight. And remember, Roy can box, or he used to be able to box. If you're going to beat Tyson, you got to go the way of Holyfield. That's the only way. If Roy Jones thinks that he's going to stand there and it's going to be bedrock and you're going to be just like pounding and standing there and you're going to go for an all-out brawl, you're dead in the water. You don't brawl with Mike Tyson. So I'm now thinking that Roy Jones has picked up confidence. I'm sure he already had some, but I think it was shaken a little bit at the beginning, and he probably was kind of not as confident himself. And now I think he's kind of training for this thing, and I think he's prepared, and I think he's psyched because the last thing he wants to do is embarrass himself. So I think that's what's going on here. I believe now that Roy Jones is prepared or preparing to legitimately fight here.
Exactly what you're saying. Dude, back in the day when we saw the Holyfield-Tyson fight, we used to say, it's called boxing, not punching.
Right.
And if you're a puncher, you got a puncher's chance, but a boxer will always beat a puncher.
Tyson Fury.
Hey,
Tyson Fury.
Sugar Ray.
No. I mean,
Sugar Ray against Marvelous
Duran.
Marvin.
And Duran, too, the second time.
Right.
The first time he chose to brawl and lost.
Yep.
Second, he said,
No
I'm
mas.
going to do my...
No mas.
But, I mean, just so we don't, the young people and lose them, I just said Tyson Fury just recently. He beat...
exactly,
what's the big guy he beat?
The kid from Georgia.
Who could not box.
Oh, yes. The American kid.
He's
the kid from Georgia.
He just lands cannons.
Power.
That's all. He's just a puncher. He's not a boxer. And Tyson Fury knew that, and he schooled his ass. And that's the only way that Roy Jones is going to win this fight, is by legitimately boxing in this fight. We'll see.
And we used to see it, man. Roy Jones, box. It used to annoy us. Remember, he'd go 12 rounds and beat the crap out of the guy 12-0. And I'd be like, dude, throw some punches, man. Take him out. And he would sit there and just beat the crap out of people for 12 rounds.
Mr. Blaze here is Kimani Blaze says, Big O, looking like a stylish bank robber. I like it. I got my mask. I got my Godsmack shirt. I got my my Greta Van Fleet mask, obviously, with an Inter Miami hat. Because it's all black. I got you. Okay. All right. I can see myself as a stylish bank robber. That's a good one. But you guys would bust me, right? I walk in a bank looking like this, you would still know who I am. Dude, that's Big O robbing the bank.
Concert shirt, the mask with the band on it.
Dude's got a concert shirt, and he's got a
Inter Miami hat.
Inter Miami hat. What the hell? And he's got headphones on. What the hell's wrong with him? That's Big O.
You know what, O? You could go to the one that we've always been looking for. The easy bank to rob. That when you walk in, oh, hey, come right this way to this window. Here it is. And please, come again, sir.
That would be nice. Like Mike, it could be like Mike, want to be like, haha. This guy Mike on the chat is the worst. He's worse than Deion Jordans or Charles Harris together. So Mike is Mike is losing fans on the chat board. I've been with a few Cougars during my divorce days. In my younger days, good memories, Big O. There you go. GP Trap working it. You took him to the back cave, GP Trap. Is that what you did? Huh? I like it. GP Trap working the girls, bringing them to the bat cave. Love it. It's kind of an inside joke. If you don't know GP Trap, he's a monster Batman fan, okay? If you follow him on social media like I do and go back and forth, you get to see a lot of his Batman stuff that he puts up. He loves his Batman. Nomo Field Gold says, this is that name from the days of Sperano? It's way too early to talk about draft picks, and it's not what I'm doing here, but how great would it be if Finns land Pat Surtain Jr.? Yeah, that would be nice. Now, that means you're trading X, right? Right? Because then you can't keep Jones, X, Noah, and Pat. You get what I'm saying? So it's got to be that you're trading X. Let's see. If Tyson cuts the ring off on Roy Jones, It'll be over quick. I hope Roy still has the footwork he had in his prime. Well, he's not going to have the footwork he had in his prime, Mike. But you are correct. He's going to need some footwork, and he's going to need some magic with the hands.
I'm going to tell you what, man. Roy, you think about, back in the day, middleweight and stuff like that, and he did eventually get up to heavyweight toward the end.
Right.
Dude, he looks thick, bro.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
He looks thick. He's got some guns, man.
Mike No Go Zone says, Cougars are great for slump busting when you're going through a drought. I think if you're young, a Cougar's always great. Because, you'll learn a couple things. Plus, the best part about going out with a Cougar is that she's not going to be bashful about what she wants. You know what I mean? So that's what.
You know what? There was the 16-30 for me back in the day, and dude, the thing that was great, it was a hit and run.
Right.
And we knew that every time.
Right.
And I was like walking out every time like Def Leppard, just another hit and run.
Yep. I had that experience too, a couple times. I remember I used to work at a bank, and our lunch breaks were sex. It was great. I was a money officer by day, making deposits outside of the bank at night. Anyway, we got to wrap it up here on the program. We got to thank our super chatters, Mud Miller, Samuel Robina, Julius 305. Thank you all out there for giving us a little love on the super chat.
Wow. Recent research has shown
Super chat.
makes no sense.
Yeah, you're getting focused on all the wrong sort of details here. You need to forget about all the normal rules that apply in society.
Wasted no time. Super chat. I thought it was really, 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 really cool.
You should all be very proud of yourself.
I have no response.
Super chat.
That was perfect.
And here goes, he's trying to get off the air without any more super chats. Here he goes.
Yes, I am, because I got to go all the way to Sunset from here, man. I gotta fight a bunch of traffic. I love you all out there. Thank you all for supporting us. Of course, Larry Schlossberg and the great people out here at Craig Zinn's, Acura, Pembroke Pines, always taking care of us. We appreciate it as always. You all be good out there. Come on by to 15601 Pines Boulevard. If you want to buy or lease a vehicle, tell them that I sent you. Appreciate all of you that tuned in, that downloaded the show, that super chatted, that sent us a text, a tweet, supporting us. Don't forget to support us also at onsideradio.com is the website. You can lock it in there, save it, bookmark it. Every day, 11:01, we're on there. And, of course, go to the Twitter page at Onside Radio. Please follow us on Twitter at Onside Radio and subscribe to our new show at Onside Radio. It's the Onside Zone with Big O. Search for it on all platforms. Onside Zone with Big O, and you will find it. We will see you on Monday. I love you all out there. Y'all be safe. Go Dolphins. Go Tua. Kick that ass. Crush the Rams. Go Inter Miami. Let's get in the playoffs. Huge win against Toronto. We need it on Sunday. Y'all be good.
New era starts Sunday for the Fins, baby.
Yes. Good.
Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe.